my intro sucks compared to the ones I made for Moss and Gotham. It's so disappointing. Why is mine the worst one? Let's introduce my co-host, Mr. Massimo Dodano. Your intro is so much better. And hold on,
yours is a little short. You got to make it a little longer.
I got nothing better to do but make intros for everybody and myself. Hold on, let's bring Toddy in.
My head is killing me.
Yeah, that's because we were on Gotham After Dark for 3.5 hours.
Right?
Yeah. What time did you get off?
He got off at like 1 o'clock, 1:10 it was.
We were on another 40 minutes talking about you.
Right? It's all right.
Yeah.
We were on for another 20 minutes. You got off a little after 1, I thought, Moss, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we were on. Tom ended up coming back up. Like you went off, Tom was still there, and then we had a good conversation. Kept going our debate.
Yeah, I'm physically struggling today. And
then I get upstairs, and Nicole had just woken up as I was getting upstairs to a text message that her grandmother got taken to the hospital. So, it's a lot. It doesn't appear to be corona, but she's in the critical care unit. I guess they're doing that because they want to keep them separate from the ICU.
Right.
And but it's just terrible. Like, you can't talk to anybody. You don't really get any information. So I got my stepfather's father is in South. He's at North with a congenital heart failure. So he's in the hospital in the ICU in North. Nicole's grandmother is in South. I said we just gotta get someone in Rumsey, and we'll get the trifecta.
The trifecta. That's a trifecta you never want.
No, and it sucks. So yeah,
God, I think we're all wiped.
Yeah, we are all. We had episode 100 yesterday. We had a great magician. I gotta say, I love Curse Project. Love it.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I messaged him already. I didn't hear back from him, but I said I want to kind of do something with my family. Like, not only do I want to do something with my team, I think it'd be really fun to get my dad in Florida, my family on, and have him. It's fun.
Right.
So we had a great 100th episode of our 3 shows yesterday on the Midday with Moss. Then we had a very good, I think, Gotham After Dark was really fun. It went for 3.5 hours. We have problems.
Arguably, that was a hell of a start. That was a surprise start. So I knew Rap was a last minute call. We weren't going to show what was going to happen with him. I think at like 9:45, he's like, okay, I'm on. And then Nick Patino, once he saw Moss from his car, he texted me and said, I want on. Because I had asked Nick to come on previously.
He saw Moss from the car.
Because you didn't see him, but Moss was on at like 10:01, 10:02, and he signed in from his car because he was finally leaving the office to go home, but he signed in on the car, which was great. And Nick saw that, and he texted me like 30 seconds after his face came up on the screen. And he's like, all right, send me the link. I want on. If Moss is not, I want on. And then once Moss set up at his house, and that's when I brought in good old Nikki P. So no, that was unexpected. And then I feel so bad. So the whole leaving people in the green room thing was so true yesterday. I think Adriana was in there for at least 35 minutes. And then Desiree was in for probably 40. Because she was on at like 9:55. She was in there waiting because she was supposed to be the first guest. She was a champ.
She stayed on to pretty much the very end.
Yeah. Yeah, she was good. She's awesome. Yeah, we got pleasant surprise, actually.
We have another co-host. Let's bring Christina on.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I think the best part of Desiree, though, is the fact that she gets tagged in all of Massimo's pictures.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen. I'm like, who is this girl?
That's so great. Like, she's like, yeah, Moss, you had a beautiful wedding. I was tagged in the photos. Oh my God, that is so good. And Facebook is the worst because I do that too sometimes. Like, I'll be typing like Nicole and hit enter, like not tagging anybody, and it automatically tags somebody. I'm like, no,
It does that. So you'll start typing the name.
Yeah.
you finally think you got it, but then it'll reconfig all the names that are up there. It's like, no, I didn't want that person. I was just highlighted on this person. What are you doing?
Yeah, because the algorithm is a little slow and it flips it. You're like, no.
They used to made it so you'd have to do the A thing before you type something for it to pop up as a hyperlink, but you type and it goes now.
So wait, so how do we feel about that? We don't like that? Is that what you're saying, Christina?
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I rather use the ad.
Then, yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Wait, so why were you guys 3.5 hours last night?
Oh my God! The beginning of the show was a free for all because I surprised Mike and Moss with Anthony Rappaciulo coming on, and then Nick Pitino came on out of nowhere as well, and then we just went. Good conversation though. It was fun. We played back security footage of Mike running away from Jimmy when they delivered SDK. We saw Alex and Tommy deliver SDK to his house, and Mike was all but in another county when it was delivered. And because God forbid he got too close. And that took up a solid half hour. Was ripping him for that, but I don't even remember what else we touched on. Your question is why? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I ranted.
Oh, and then towards the end, I'd say from 12:45, 12:30 to about 1:10 when Moss went off. Moss went off. He went off.
What?
He was
coronavirus.
I wasn't a dick.
No, I'm not saying you were a dick, but when you went off, you went off. You went.
I gave my opinion, and I think a lot of the reason why I am successful is I don't take no for an answer. There's always a solution in production. You have to figure it the fuck out. And unfortunately, I think we are, and I respect science and I respect technology and I respect things time to an extent. Time is of the essence. That's all. That was basically the point I was trying to get at.
So we were arguing because I was saying like they understand that we're making a vaccine quicker than they ever have, and he's like, "Well, it's not quick enough. It needs to be here today." And I'm like, "Well, that's not possible."
I mean, ideally, yes, but that's just not scientifically possible. Yeah, like
I'm gonna turn around and say that I understand that things take time, but
do you though?
Hold on. If there was a vaccine that came out today, you should have the right to, hey, you know what? I'm going to take a shot. I want to take it.
As a clinical trial, yeah.
And that could be something that I may want to do. But I think that, a lot of our freedoms are being tested. And I think that I'm okay with certain things, but certain things are getting a little.
I don't want to get political, but I do have a question.
Yes.
Why is it? And I'm so sick of seeing this. Okay, I'm not getting political. I don't judge. I love everybody. But why is it that people believe that hospitals are marking people as corona because they make money? Like, do they think they're like car dealerships and there's spiffs on coronavirus counts? They're like, you got the most coronavirus counts this month. Good job. Here's a bonus.
Maybe we should do some research and come back, because allegedly they say for every corona patient, the hospitals do get maybe a additional funding for dealing with that person. And if that's a true statement, then it could be. Remember, we are America, land of the free.
It is a business after all. Still, hospital systems are still businesses after all.
It's a business, and I get it. Everything is a business, guys. And if they say, "Hey, die of a heart attack," we get nothing from the Fed. But if he or she allegedly could have, maybe should have died of corona, we're going to get an X amount of dollar tax break. They're going to get it to the chart. I sat in an ICU bed for 10 days. My mother had a headache. She asked for 2 Tylenol, $350, $175 a pill.
Going to an ambulance ride is what, like $1,200 to take you 10 minutes down the street? Like
$380 for the first mile, $75 each additional is what I paid.
I don't.
But and listen, I'm not knocking them. And allegedly, they have to overcharge because the insurance companies underpay, and it's a balancing act.
It's crazy. Happy I'm not in that friggin' industry.
But I know, and I get it, and the hospitals bill, but everyone's like, oh yeah, they just mark in Corona, they get paid more, they get more, and like, so I get it.
If they get more money as a hospital, it's better in the long run anyway, isn't it? For all of us in the community, like, what's the problem?
Listen, I don't know.
Still never money that's going to wind up in the people who's complaining's pocket. Like, they're not, you know, it's always someone not in that world who has the most to say about that world.
100%. I just feel that there's a lot of, you got to cut Todd off for a second. I think there's a lot of, I think there's a lot to learn here. Okay. We were definitely not prepared. We were definitely, did Trump know in November? Did he know in December? Mike and I debated this the other day. With all due respect, I'm sure as the president of the United States, every morning there are 50 pandemics on his desk that he's going, that everybody across the board, the British are coming, the French are coming, this one's coming. I mean, the Chinese are coming, Corona's coming. I'm sure as the president, there's different levels of threat. I mean, maybe
I don't think there's 50 pandemics. Pandemics don't happen constantly, but
there's 50 life-threatening situations. And
he's going through a terrorist. They're going through the list of potential terrorist attacks for the day, alerts. This is volatile. If Kim Jong-un is dead and his sister takes over and she wants to put a foot and show, hey, I'm the new boss and bomb this one. Yeah.
100%. But the bottom line is that, he pulled the trigger. Should have been in January, should have been in February, should have been in March, whatever. If it was January, February, or March, I don't know if it would have been any better or worse. Maybe we would have controlled it a little bit faster. Maybe we wouldn't have. Here's the thing, Mike. It's done. We can't talk about yesterday.
You can't Monday morning quarterback. Well, you can, but but the problem is.
Yeah, of course you should.
But here's the problem of what you said. You said, Mike, it's done. It's not done. We're still in the midst of a pandemic. And people are, and I'm not just saying you, and we've talked about this yesterday, and this is what we were debating, and I get everyone's frustrated, but we're not done, and people are starting to be like, oh yeah, we're done. We've controlled it. Let's get back to normal. And if the second wave of this will make the first wave look like nothing, and that's the problem. Allegedly. Looking at science, looking at history, looking at past pandemics, looking at how the R0 number of it appears to be. And it's scary, right? And we don't know. And it's totally unknown. And I pray every day that the virus mutates and disappears. And that's a possibility too, right? There's always a possibility the virus can mutate, become less mortal, less transmittable, and kind of disappear itself. There's a miracles can happen, right? And I pray, but we don't know.
Coming up in the first place is a fucking
but we have to
20 trillion.
Right, but we have to plan for what it's doing right now. So on a lighter note, though, I might have a mental problem. We figured this out yesterday. If you watch the footage, I might have a mental problem, Christina. So Jimmy is up on my porch.
Make it full screen. I can't really see that great.
Okay, hold on. All right, Jimmy is up on my porch here getting the STK steaks the other day. I had to give him a beer, so I went to go put the beer on my table, at which point I realized Jimmy is now coming down and ran away from him.
What the fuck, bro? He's not sick.
Well, he might go to backyard barbecues. Look at Ty jumping up and down. I was hysterical crying. So yeah, it's official. I might have a full mental disorder.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Why can't I figure out how to get this off?
What did Jimmy say when you did that?
Nothing.
You probably like you fucking moron.
He knows. He knows I'm mental. He just kind of walks by and probably looks at me and goes home to Michelle and goes, "Yeah, Mike's an idiot."
Oh my god, that's great.
Mike, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I find it offensive.
That I run from people?
Yeah. I got it real with you. I love you, bro. But if I came to your house and I was just in casual conversation, if I started moving a little closer to you, just incidentally, not on purpose, and you started backing up,
I'm backing up.
I would probably be like, bro, I can't fucking talk to you no more.
this is where the conversation started, actually.
Yeah, and
of where the social norms are going to change, and there were a couple examples brought about, like Desiree brought up Home Depot, where she brought in a sample for a paint sample, and the guy was like, leave the sample over there, leave it over there, leave it over there,
drop
and
it,
then that just drop it, and then she dropped it. She's like, okay, this is weird. And then someone else had an example of people freaking out and skeeving each other, and that's when the whole conversation exploded. And Christina, that's the recap.
And don't take it. It's not me trying to be offensive, and it's not. And I'm really not. It's not like, to me, Jimmy is not like a big plague moving around, and I'm running away from him. But you're being told to show. You're being told to socially distant from people you're not in your normal life.
Do you trust him? Do you trust his hygiene?
Yes, I trust Jimmy's hygiene. So do I trust that Jimmy always makes the perfect decisions, and not just Jimmy, everybody? No, there's things that me personally, I would probably not do that Jimmy does. That doesn't mean I'm right or he's right, right? We all get to make our own decisions. Jimmy is a big boy. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. Would I do everything that Jimmy does? No. And guess what? That's what makes the world go round, is we all do different things, and we're all our own people. But at the same point, I'm being told that you should only be with your family. That's who you should be. Otherwise, you should social distance. So I'm trying to respect that. Me running around, it was probably me. At that point, I was probably fucking around and joking a little bit. But it is a tight little corridor. I saw him coming down. He might have said something to me.
You got nervous. You got nervous.
A little nervous.
You did it for a reaction.
And you're entitled to your own feelings. All I'm going to say is, if you are that concerned, then don't come into contact with anybody. Don't even open the door.
I don't open the door for anybody.
But you were out there.
Oh, because look, I see, like, I told you, I have my in-laws come over. They sit out front. We stay away. I don't run from them. My mom and my stepdad were over in the backyard this weekend, but when they came over, they respected.
What if the wind shifted?
They didn't cough. The problem is you can be breathing. Yes, I get it.
You could be breathing. You'd be dead if you're not breathing.
But they say it transfers through breathing. That's what makes it so contagious. Look, I was practicing. We were 12 feet away. They were at one table. I was out on another couch in my backyard. So enough that I felt comfortable. They didn't ask to use my bathroom. They didn't go in my house. And that's the problem, like we discussed, is I'd love to have.
You were going to let her in?
Look, if my mom, that's the problem. If my mom asked me to use the bathroom, I'd let her in, and then I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd have to disinfect the whole house. Because that's what you're being told. And now now the problem is they're finding more and more cases that are now affecting children and giving them Kawasaki or symptoms of Kawasaki and different things.
I meant to ask that yesterday.
Yeah, but they're not getting Kawasaki. They're getting symptoms similar to Kawasaki, but they're finding it's COVID and antibodies in the kid.
That was a little scary. No, I was going to ask that yesterday, but I felt like we were going too crazy. What the hell where'd that come from? What the hell?
Right. The virus is crazy. It's new, and we've learned more and more.
Maybe it's not.
No, it's COVID. They've tested.
Maybe Kawasaki was always COVID. I mean, we could spin this 1,000 ways.
Right.
I'm not trying to debate you. I'm just trying to.
No, I know. And look, I hate being like this. Like, I don't want to be like this. But I'm like this because I respect science and it's what I need to do. And yes, there's a little bit, like, many years ago, I was a hypochondriac. So I'm telling you, like, as bad as I am, this isn't anything. Like, if this happened 5 years ago, I probably would have like a fort built around. I would have had bricks and a moat with the alligators. A moat. I probably have a moat around my house and cannons. But so, am I better? But look, we all have our little mental tics, right? No one's perfect. Maybe there are perfect people. I am definitely. Correct. I'll be the first to admit. That's a mental. I'm good at what I do. I control it a lot of times, but there's certain things that get me going. And right now, if I'm being told this is what I need to do, and I'm worrying about the safety of my family, if it's what I got to do, it's what I got to do. I hate it. I can't wait till we're back to some sort of normal. And Moss, once they say it's okay, you can be in a networking group that, people. I'm not going to be running from you. Will I be washing my hands? Yes, but right now they're telling you stay away from people. Right now they are specifically telling you stay away from people.
I know, Mike. I know. I understand. I just, again, we're now going on week 7.
7, 8, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, we did 100 shows, 5 shows, 15 shows a week. Yeah, but it probably
I haven't been to work since March 7th.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
Well,
March 7th.
I come here every day, but yeah, let's be somewhat politically correct, right? I don't know. I feel that, going back to who I am as a person, and I'm not allowed to tell a bride, I'm sorry. I that picture you gave me of that you wanted when you danced with your dad, I can't add it to the montage. I'm held to it, and I know you're going to say you're comparing a photo montage to COVID, and I'm going to stop myself right there. I know you're Mike. In my world, the letter N and the letter O do not exist, right. And that's the only reason why people like me, it's very, 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 very hard to be controlled and to be told you can't do this. No. There's always a way. And listen, maybe people like me can motivate people that are thinking outside the box. I think of solutions and I think of resolutions outside the box. Sometimes the easiest way isn't the straightest way. Sometimes,
I get it.
And that's all I'm saying.
You did tell Todd yesterday that the scientists should step aside and you and all the other production companies could probably figure out the cure.
We probably could. I personally
and I think Todd just stared at the screen like, did he just say we're going to sell the cure?
Todd, if you put
what is going on with you, Todd?
Right.
Are we ever going to buy? When are you going to wait till week 12 to buy the NAS Wi-Fi?
Fucked up, bro.
Oh, really?
You know what we found out yesterday, Christina?
What?
Tom Bannis, who we all love dearly,
yes,
decided to marry his wife and have his wedding within 2 weeks. He basically texted people and said, "Hey, I'm getting married in 2 weeks. I'd love to have you come," and planned his wedding in 2 weeks.
How long is he married?
Oh no, but they were together for a number of years. We got this. They were together, I think, 7 years at that point. And when did they get married, Moss? How long ago was that?
Probably within 6 months.
Oh, so that was recent. But so they were engaged and everything, but they just like that, just like, all right, time to get married.
Hey, I guess if you know, you know.
Oh.
Well,
people don't need a big production and shit, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was a big wedding. It was beautiful. Like the pictures were really nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then we found out that Massimo was Bridezilla. Desiree didn't care. Moss was
the Bridezilla.
Yeah.
Desiree literally bought the dress. That's all she did. I took care of everything else. But look at who she married.
Right.
Who now did Partners in Sound DJ it?
So Pro Show did all the production. Paris was the band, and Sal Palm, which was probably one of the biggest club DJs, was DJ.
I'm surprised you didn't have like Flavor Flav or maybe.
I was gonna bring in a track act. I can't think of the name of them, but they were in Holland and they couldn't get a flight.
Now, did the Kirsch? Did he keep the kids entertained?
No, there was no kids allowed at my wedding.
That's true. You hate kids, so that makes
sense. I do. I hate kids. You're right. Listen. I don't think it's professional when you're doing a Zoom or any type of Skype or any type of video conference that your son or daughter should be there. I'm sorry.
I know. Do you think kids should be at weddings?
No.
Like, what's the cutoff? What's the age cutoff for kids should be at a wedding?
I think they probably have to be, in my opinion, I think it's a teenager. I think you ask
13,
someone.
Yeah.
I think 13, 14. I think number one, unless it's like, your I guess like, your niece, your nephew, your godchild. But outside of that, guys, I mean, wedding is $300-400 a person. By the time you're all done with it, you're going to spend $300 for a 7-year-old to come in and order chicken.
There shouldn't be any non-family kids at a wedding.
Yeah.
No, that I agree with. Yeah, non-fam, but cousins, like, you know,
Sometimes
like your cousins' kids. You need like I almost how you not have them.
But like you haven't had the pleasure of having your daughter be asked to be a flower girl.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What about flower girls and stuff like that?
Okay, guys. So
Ring bearers.
I was Carly was asked to be a flower girl. You know, she was having a miserable. I was in the bridal party. Very, 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 very hard. You know, it's a lot on the parents because you know you want to have fun and enjoy the special day with that person. And my best friend honored me by asking Carly to be the flower girl, and she had a miserable, miserable, miserable day. I mean, she was unbearable. She did it to me.
How long ago was this?
I mean, she was a couple of years old, you know, but it was hard, guys. I mean, it literally was the first time I think was Erica and Steve Perez. And the second time was my best friend, Victor Amatrudo. He married Tara Wagner. And, you know, both times.
I thought you were going to say Tara Reid.
And she was hot. But
not anymore.
Not anymore. No. But it's a lot. It's a lot of work for the parents. And, you know, you're in the bridal party. You know, you want to have a drink. You want to relax. You want to have a good time. And, you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I don't think it's the right play. And, again, just my opinion. The same thing, like, you know, like I think there's times where, you know, I think it's inappropriate, excuse me, to when you're on the phone with someone and you're on the phone and they're like, oh, hold on. Okay, sweetheart, daddy loves you. Dude, when you get off the phone.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm just talking. But Mike, if I call your cell phone, you know, yeah, my aunt had to pick Carly up from a wedding. I flipped. I'm like, you guys, someone's got to come here and get her. I'm done. I'm done. It's just, guys, and I'm not a bad father. I compartmentalize. Business is business.
Right.
And if I call you on your cell phone and I like the other day, I called you were cooking dinner. You respected me enough as a person, a friend, an acquaintance to take that call. If we had that relationship and I'm like, yo, what are you fucking cooking dinner for your kids? Give me undivided attention. Moss, go fuck yourself. Click. Right. But you have the opportunity to box me out and send me a text. Hey, you know, cooking dinner, eating with the fam, talk to you later. You know, I think that's acceptable. Like, or, you know, you're doing something like when I'm on the bench coaching, you call me, you get boxed. You get boxed. You know, I don't answer the phone. I'm not allowed to, number one. And number two, the kids need my undivided attention.
Is that what that's called? Is when I ignore someone, is that called being boxed? I didn't even know that.
Hit the button on the side, you're getting boxed.
I thought it was the fuck you button.
I got boxed.
Well, you know, I hate doing that, but sometimes like I'll be on the live or I'll be doing something, right? I try not to take call and I'll do the ignore. And then I love the people that call you right back. Like, and it's not an emergency. Like I called you back, Moss, the other day because it was an emergency because the guy from Amazon's trying to deliver something.
I said you once, twice. You're not the type of person to abuse me to call me 2-3 times in a row. Yo, what's up? Yeah, okay. Like, right. I have certain friends, okay, that they are relentless. Okay, is Joe Russo on the feed?
No, I don't think so. We're not getting people comment today. Comment. If you're with us, engage with us. We are here for you, and we want you to engage with us. Let us know you're here. Say hi. Did Mike just say on the line? What?
Can we recognize the
on the live?
What?
Oh, Dave, don't pick on me. And Dave would watch 3.5 hours of the show. He was on from start to finish. Dave, I love you. You need to get a life. I don't even want to be on the show for 3.5 hours. You have nothing better to do but watch 3.5 hours of us talk.
He's a fan. He's having problems sleeping. Leave him alone.
I think he just he's trying to learn everything he can about Moss. And he's going to use it against him, probably in his lawsuit for harassment.
Who?
Dave,
wow, that's a good shout.
He watched the whole show. He's from start to finish.
I even did the promos for him too. He goes in the comments, "You're doing this for just me?"
He says insomnia. Insomnia, there's nothing better to do. Are we really that cool of people? I appreciate that. Please send me money. If you like us that much, please send us money.
That was something else we determined, that Mike has 35,000 cars in his fucking driveway. Sorry, I just cursed. And he carries like wads of hundreds in his fucking pocket.
I do not. I don't carry cash. I don't have a cash business. I do not really ever carry cash somewhat, but I do have a lot of cars.
Who carries hundreds on them?
Who?
I think Techie Geek does. Christina, obviously. Christina's a millionaire. I mean,
she's balling.
She is balling. Christina,
I
what a
don't have
lovely
that
post
many
you had, by
cars.
the way.
What'd
Lovely
you say?
post on
I'm going to
Facebook.
share my screen.
You share your screen. All right, so who's watching with us? We know Maria's here. We know David's here.
I'll be right back. Someone's at my door. 2 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Let's watch. Who's
Oh,
there?
hey now.
Now what are we up to?
What the?
This is Gotham After Dark stuff.
Is that a performance for kids?
Yeah,
What
why?
are we doing? But why? Look at the little kids. Yay!
I think the DAG booked this party. And this is the Hallelujah. That's the best part of it.
Like, what the hell? Are we? What?
Is this Photoshop?
Is this happening? Our viewership just skyrocketed. All of a sudden, there's 100 views. David, this is for you, pal.
Dave wants to know if you
offer
offer this for communion.
You know, the best part. So I was just going through Facebook as I do every morning, and you make fun of me. Needed to laugh today. Guess this is what happens when dad is in charge of booking the entertainment for. I mean, maybe they were just, you know, I don't know.
Oh, and where were the dads? The dads were all probably like, "Oh my god, this is the best." What was that? What movie was that? Grown Ups, where they all went to the kids' play because the hot teacher was doing the recital, like, and all the guy, like the police officer went with them. Everybody was in the back of the auditorium. I think it was Grown Ups. That was a good movie. Oh my god, that's funny. I think you should offer that for communion. Is that the Curse Project? You can really make things go.
Oh, Mike's great. Mike's great. So
yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
that was,
that was very fun.
I'm gonna tell Mike G to keep it to an hour tonight for everybody's sake.
Yeah, please do. What's today? Thursday already?
Yeah, the weeks are flying by, man.
That's the only good thing. They are flying by. I can't believe it's Thursday already.
I know.
Mother's Day on Sunday.
Fuck, I gotta order shit.
You know what's gonna happen? Just so all the men get attacked, we're gonna be out of quarantine by Father's Day, and they're gonna be like, "See, all the men get their Father's Day. Mother's Day, I was in quarantine, but you get your Father's Day."
Sure.
big
conspiracy.
When is Father's Day? June what? June something, right?
Sure.
16th, 17th.
Yeah,
we'll be out by then.
Nah, according to you, we'll be quarantined till fucking Christmas.
I was thinking maybe 2025. No, you don't want to stay.
I'm going to leave the show on that stuff.
What, you not having fun with us? I'm actually upping the numbers because this is the only way I'm going to see you, Mas. Otherwise, once this ends, you're not going to talk to me anymore. I'm going to be sad.
You see him once a week.
I know.
That. You keep saying that. You think I don't like you.
I know.
You're going to see this guy once a week, right? If those come back.
Well,
we're going to have that?
What?
When's the next one?
Executive Club? No,
yeah.
Probably next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Oh.
Mike,
sorry, Dave.
2 weeks. Now you jinx June.
Sorry.
I don't get it.
Because when we first did this, I said, don't worry about it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Stay in your house 2 weeks. We'll be out. 2 months later, I hear kind of like the SVU thing in the background when I say
Yeah. That's funny.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Dave. I'll pray. I'll do extra Hail Marys and Our Fathers tonight to try to get
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
Pray.
Do you pray every night?
I used to.
My guest confirmed for 3:00.
The one in overseas.
The one that is
special forces.
He's protecting our country. I don't want to say exactly he's rank file. I don't know what he's allowed to say, what he's not allowed to say. So he's military and he's overseas.
Now, do you think I could be special forces?
Well, you know, it's funny when you go to Country Donuts, you got that trailer. Our new special forces is the guy behind the computer.
Oh yeah, that's true. I could be. I'll be the guy. I'm the guy behind the desk.
Yeah, you could be
guy in the chair. What do you need? I got it. Yeah. Here it is. The drone's coming in. Boom. He's done.
Yeah. Yeah, you're that guy.
Really, Christina, who was at your door? Delivery? What'd you get?
Yay. Open it up.
It was just the fucking UPS guy for My brother's girlfriend.
Oh, the UPS.
You're surprised for your brother's girlfriend. She gets
Every
packages.
day. She gets like 4 packages a day, straight up. Like the Amazon guy is here like 3 times a day, different people. And then there's UPS or someone else along the way. What's up?
Did you see the opener I made for Gotham?
Is it the same one you showed me yesterday?
Is our link? He just confirmed. Is our link?
I sent you the link in the calendar.
Okay, I'm saying that's correct, right?
That's correct. Did you? I showed it to you yesterday with the light going up and everything.
Well, let's re-see it. Yeah. This,
I don't want to.
You got to make it say Gotham After Dark somewhere, though.
Can you switch the Gotham Training Productions to the Gotham After Dark?
If you give me a
like a logo of that made.
Yeah. Did you guys sign up for Design Pickle yet?
Yeah, we already have 4 projects that they did for us.
So put it in, get me a Gotham After Dark.
Put it in.
I gotta say, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think that's excellent, and it's way better than the one that you paid $1,000 for. Did you really pay $1,000 for that?
What?
I don't remember.
Oh well, Mike seems to.
Plead the fifth, please. I don't want to know the truth if you did.
And is it true that the person who did that is the one that does the baseball stitch transition on MLB with that amazing transition?
Part of the same team.
Yeah.
On MLB Network.
Like you, she was like, "Oh, I don't like Tiger." What, Mom?
Exactly.
Wow, look at this.
So Grash shat on our opening animation. I know Dylan Gracie doesn't. So Dylan Gracie doesn't like it.
I don't know. This is something that listen, we're just gonna have to continue to do what we're doing, and we're very thankful for those who have been making a.
Who is it?
Does anybody know where this is? I know where it is. My aunt knows where this is.
It looks like the Bronx, but no, where is it?
If it weren't for the Bronx, the rap probably wouldn't be going on. So tell me where you're from. Uptown, baby. Uptown, baby. Anybody? Nope.
I'm just thankful for some of the foundations. We're going to be mentioning all this at the end. And the reason why we're going to mention it is because...
hold on. I want to just go back to the beginning part of it. So, I want to actually go back.
$1,500 donation.
You click and then change the timeline.
No, it doesn't.
But no other day.
Oh, he's live. That's why you can't go back.
So this looks like under the L, Brooklyn, like where you like in growing up in Bensonhurst.
Yeah, that looked more like the Bronx L to me.
Well,
that didn't really look like you think 86th Street or McDonald?
It looks like 86th Street. Let me see.
See, to me that looked more like the Bronx, like more in like
Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn.
Is it? Isn't it crazy how different Brooklyn is now than it used to be when we were growing up? So different.
True. Dave says 86th Street.
That's 86th Street, guys.
Is it?
That's what Dave said.
And what is that? The fruit markets? That's how they sell now?
Fruit markets. That's crazy. My old neighborhood. Bensonhurst. That's my
Where in Bensonhurst were you?
78 the Bit Park.
Oh, look at that. Look at everyone.
I lived on Cropsey and 21st. Cropsey and 21st.
Someone needs to invest in a company that makes stanchions.
My aunt could probably tell you exactly what block this is because she only moved out to Staten Island a year or two ago.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
She held out in Brooklyn that long? Ugh.
Yeah. But think about that. I mean, growing up in Bensonhurst and going to the fruit market on 86th Street, crazy. Brooklyn
is so different. Oh my! You go on 86th Street now. You remember when on Bay Parkway? What was it? The Wiz was there, right?
The Wiz.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
And the DVDs and the CDs were upstairs. You used to have to go like up the steps to them.
You want DVD?
So different. CD DVD.
CD DVD. CD DVD.
CD DVD. So what's everyone got on the agenda today? What are you up to, Todd?
We have a Staten Island Advance interview with Dragon Kim's Karate, a guy named CJ.
I'm a black belt. Did you know that?
in bullshit. 2 o'clock we have
Guys, you gotta hold me off for a second. I just got an email. It says call me right away. Sorry.
Okay. 2 o'clock we have that call with Moss and company. Oh, by the way, got your message about the actual price of
we can talk about that offline,
not that we should talk about it online, but I find that intriguing.
3 different prices.
So I play dumb with a Facebook ad for a production company out of, I think, in the city, and they quoted something, let's just say triple, if not quadruple. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
how is that?
Yeah, we need to discuss that.
I don't really know, but that was not based off of me, but 5 to 12.
What's up? Are you okay, Christina?
I think
my Facebook is just acting weird, so I was just like trying to figure out what's going on.
Now, all right, thoughts. The Social Network, the movie. It was a good movie, right?
I never saw it, actually.
I thought that was so good, and that's what I like.
Good movie.
That was good.
Parts, but I never watched the whole thing throughout.
Do you remember when that first came out? What Zuckerberg did in conjunction with that being released?
No, what he did?
No.
I think around the same time as when he donated X millions of dollars to like the Newark Public School District or some shit. And he made like a massive donation or something for computers or some shit. So
that's cool.
It doesn't exactly put him in the best light.
It doesn't portray him as a good person.
Yeah, so it portrays him as, which, listen, sometimes you need to be ruthless when you're doing what that is, and
But I won't even think he was ruthless. It doesn't really portray him as ruthless. It portrays him as a puppet. It portrays the Napster guy. What was his name?
I forget his actual name.
The guy that Justin Timberlake built. Yeah,
it
portrays him as a ruthless.
Yeah.
That basically pulls the strings.
Right.
But yeah, Christina, if you never saw the movie, like the full movie, start to finish, it is actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch that. I think that's on Netflix right now.
It's on something. I just saw it somewhere. I was gonna put it on, and that was when Kanye West had a good song. No one should have all power.
I've been rewatching Rock of Love from season.
Have you?
Jesus.
Where is it?
It's on YouTube, like every episode from season 1, 2, and the third one, which is the Rock of Love bus. I don't know why I'm rewatching it, but it's so entertaining and like relaxing that I don't,
I used to love that show, and his name was Sean Parker.
Oh, Sean Parker, that's right. The guy in the Napster guy who Napster guy. Remember Napster?
Do you remember how amazing Napster was?
Napster was freaking fantastic. I remember.
I never used Napster much. I was a LimeWire chick.
Well, you're a little younger.
Yeah, I didn't do the Napster thing.
But Kazaa, yeah. But it was the start of P2P, like file sharing, that like revolutionized that. But now take Napster, right? And let's think about this and how far we've come. To download a song that's about an MP3, 2-3 megabytes, used to take you 10 minutes, right? You used to have to click and wait and do it, and it would take time, right? Now we instantly start 4K movies and stream them and watch them in immediate. To think of how far compression and bandwidth has come to be able to do that is insane, right? I used to remember.
What a time to be alive! Right?
I used to go to bed and I would build out like my Napster download for the day.
Yeah, and hopefully you woke up, you'd have them ready and downloaded, and actually the real song and not some friggin' overtuned shit.
And this computer, I think, is the one I'm looking. Hold on.
Maybe you had to find the right bit rate.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah, there used to be so much shit to look into.
128.
This is my computer. Like these have come with me. I no longer ever listen to this, right? But if you look, this was my music library from like the Napster day and ages. Like,
wow,
you still have it?
It's still on like my hard drive, like that.
How much space is that taking up?
I don't even know. I had tens of thousands of songs at some point.
Wow, look at.
Oh my god!
Good grief! Cannot compute.
Look at that's how much. Okay. Oh my god.
Elite.
Still going. So look, I have on that library approximately 20,000 songs.
Wow.
Like, and this is old, like CDs I used to rip and Napster, and apparently some of it's for Nicole because I definitely wasn't listening to NSYNC. Heg PE. I should go through this because now this will make me think of bands I haven't even thinking of for the longest time.
Yeah, you might find some
like
gems that you forgot about.
Heg PE. Like, that was amazing. I used to there was a band I was trying to figure out the other day. I heard a song. I was like, I used to love this song. I couldn't think of it. I guarantee you, if I go through this, I'll be able to figure it out. FCC is coming after you. Yeah, I don't think they're coming after me for old music. And I now have the licensing because this is what I really use. And that's it. I haven't bought a CD in I can't tell you how long.
Right.
Because it's right here. Everything we need is right here in Spotify.
There's actually a couple bands and a couple artists that don't show up in Spotify that are like some of like stuff that I listen to, which is really upsetting because there's no way to find it online. Like, I don't know, Spotify is great. I love it. Like, it's like 9.99 out of 10. But for the fact that there are some bands and some artists that aren't on there, it really does suck.
So you could, some of them won't sign up. They but it's so funny because if you look, right, you could tell I've been listening, and then you could tell when we've been listening with Audriana. My Peppa Pig. She loves that Diana Ross song. I don't remember the name of it, but there's like one
Isn't
Diana.
it right there?
No, that's the album. I think. I think that's
I can't
the
really
song.
see what it says.
Beauty and the Beast. Like yesterday, we were dancing around the Beauty and the Beast. She loves that. But Spotify completely, and streaming service in general. Like, I don't remember. Was Spotify the first real streaming? I think they were one of the. Pandora was.
Pandora really was, yeah.
But Pandora wouldn't allow you to listen to what you wanted to listen to.
No,
right?
yeah, that was the first one that gave you the option to pick your own music and shit.
Right, and basically put albums on the side and building and downloading.
If you remember, Spotify in the beginning, you used to not be able to skip songs and pick your own artists. If you would just, if you had some sort of like album you wanted to listen to, it would play on its own.
Well, only if you didn't pay for it.
Yeah, but I don't think there was a paid version in the beginning.
Oh, in the beginning? Well, when I first listened to Spotify, it was always a pay version. Like I joined but I've had it probably now for, I'd say, 8 years. I wish they told you how long you've had it. I've had it pretty early.
I've had Spotify for a while too, and it's weird. I was always paying for Spotify, and out of nowhere, I stopped paying and they stopped billing me, but I still have full service, everything. So I don't get what happened overnight. Like, but all right, I'll take it,
I listen to some good music, no?
What do you got? Go through your list a little bit.
My recently played? These are my album. You want to see my top songs of 2019?
Oh, yeah.
Rebel Girl. Rebel Girl is, we're going to get, we can't even play it because we'll be kicked off.
Yeah.
You can play it for like 5 seconds. 10 seconds.
Can you? The Adventure. This is a great song. Balancing the Difference. He sounds like Tom DeLonge, but from Blink. He's like the doppelganger. He even looks like him. I listen to, apparently Angels and Airwaves and Balancing the Different were like one of my tops. At Alien Ant Farm. Face Down, always a great song, by the Red Jumpsuit.
Face Down, this is the best day I had. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Dashboard Confessional song.
Yeah. I was about to say Dashboard Confessional. Is anyone
coming when I push you around?
Yeah.
Jurassic 5.
Huh?
Oh, this is always
Jurassic
a great
5 was really good.
This was in that video that Moss played the other day. Remember when? Who was it? Frank D'Amato was at DJ.
Right.
Like that lit. That is one of my all-time favorite albums. Like going back all the way to high school. Yeah, Place in the Sun. Definitely one of my all-time. But I listen to it's all back. It's so funny, right? When we were growing up, all we did was make fun of our parents for listening to old music, right?
Of course.
Listening to the music they listened to in high school. All I listened to is the music I listened to in high school. Like some of it's the same bands, like Angels and Airwaves has some new stuff, but
that sticks with you more than anything.
It really Boxcar Racer, I love. See,
Death Cab for Cutie, was that somebody?
Who?
Death Cab for Cutie, wasn't that someone?
That was the band. Yeah, look, apparently into the Rage Against the Machine. I'm so disappointed. I'm supposed to see them in August. And who knows if people are not liking this. We're losing viewers. Viewership is down.
You're losing me. My head.
They're like, Mike listens to shit music. I'm out.
Yeah,
why are we protesting? I heard lockdown all summer. Are you gonna hear that? Why you Odin always comes on and tries to create protests. Toddy, you are very handsome. She loves you. Kisses, hearts.
Oh, hi, Odin.
All right.
Do you know her, Mike?
I do not. She's friends with Frank Wilkinson and comments on his stuff. So I think it's a Rabs friend that he probably sent over, told to come to our show when he was,
okay, cool.
Given the roll call. What's up, Moss? All good?
All good. I had a client that is basically looking to do an event on their front lawn in a couple of weeks.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
I'm very confused. I'm just, they asked us if we could send a DJ. They're gonna, I guess, in their township in the great state of New Jersey, they maybe could have 10 people. I don't know. So
just look into you don't want the fines. So look into
I said that to the client, and I said to them, I said, guys, you need to we'll be more than happy to do whatever we can and provide an event. But what's the guidelines? What's the you as the client will be held responsible if there's any issues.
Right. People are telling people now to like, oh yeah, come do construction in my house. Now's a great time. And the builders are being fined the first offense $5,000 and the second is $10,000. Like, yikes. Yeah. So, and the DOB is driving around and looking for people doing work in vans and stuff. If it's not considered emergency work and not necessary, that's it. You get the fine, and that fine isn't to the homeowner. That fine's to the business. So, nice. All right. On that note, we're at 11. We had a nice, casual, laid-back show right after a 3.5 hour Gotham After Dark. At 3 o'clock, we have some special forces on with us. Massimo Dodana's friend overseas, so that's going to be fun. Sure, I guess we gotta not ask him some crazy questions.
Listen, guys, we have to.
I know.
Were you on the team that killed Osama bin Laden? Like, there's just certain things you can't.
We can't ask that.
No, Mike.
Can I ask him if he's going after Kim Jong-un tonight?
We could probably make some funny references if you like.
To his body's double.
To his body double, yeah, because he's probably already.
Neiman Marcus filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, crazy.
A lot of these stores were on the again.
Gonna get a lot of that.
A lot of these stores were had 1 foot out the door, and they're using COVID as their excuse. And
I don't think I'm ending the show. Midday with Moss, 3 p.m. Join us then. We love everybody. We'll see you later.